There are times in your life when you are called to make a big decision, major decision that can change the course of your life. And whether it's in your family situation, work environment, relationships with other people, even at the community or even the country level, you have to make a decision and you have to decide who do you side with, which way do you go. You have people pressing from every direction and you have to decide who do you side with, what is the right thing to do, which way do you go forward. Now, I want to take you back in ancient times to a story in the Bible when David, for a while, he lost the throne of the kingdom. And then eventually he comes back, and the entire population has gathered in the place where he was to see what was going on, to see what's going to happen. Now, I remind you that the Almighty God has appointed and anointed David as the king over the nation. So it was the decision of the Almighty God to choose David from the sheepfold, anoint him as king, and give him the reign over the kingdom. So it wasn't the people who decided, it was the Almighty God. But then, in this moment, the entire population was gathered and they were pondering, what should we do? And the story goes that there was a man that belonged to the devil, that belonged to the world, to the kingdom of darkness in that mass of people. And he shouted in front of everyone, "We want nothing to do with this man. Everyone go home. We do not want David." And almost everyone obeyed, and they just forsook David and went home. But the story says that, but the tribe of Judah cleaved to their king. They cleaved unto their king. They remained faithful and they cleaved unto their king. Now, when it comes to my life, to your life, when you have to make a decision, you might find yourself people surrounding you and you do not know who they belong to. You do not know whether they are the servants of the kingdom of darkness. You do not know if they belong to the evil one or they truly obey God. And when they come and they speak into your ears their opinions, we do not want to do this. This is the right way to go ahead. This is how it's going to happen. This is my opinion. In that moment, you have the choice. There's that space in which you have to take a break, listen to the Spirit of God, and cleave to your King. Cleave to Jesus Christ. If Jesus Christ is truly your King, if He is enthroned upon the seat of your heart, when you find yourselves in situations in which the masses of people, the communities, family members, colleagues, are pressing against you, telling you to go this way, you need and you are called to cleave to the King. Cleave unto Jesus Christ, no matter what happens with the people around you, because they could be speaking, they could be the voices of the evil one. Remember, the Almighty God placed David as the king, and then almost every person obeyed the voice of one individual who actually belonged to the devil, belonged to the evil one, and they all followed. They disregarded what the Almighty has appointed, they disregarded what the Creator has declared, has appointed for this kingdom, and they followed the voice of the one that belonged to the kingdom of darkness. But only a handful of people, the tribe of Judah, they cleaved to their king. So when you make decisions, it's a major decision and you feel the social pressure creeping in on you, pressing on you to something that you know in your innermost being that's the wrong thing to do. In that moment, the only decision that you are to make is you cleave unto your King. Cleave to Jesus Christ. In your innermost being, cling on to Him, and whatever He says, choose that, because you will never get it wrong by following the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. But when you follow the voices of the world, when you follow the opinions and the doctrines of the evil one, some even speaking through the mouth of people, disaster is sure to follow. So as you go through life, as you go through the wilderness, as you go through various circumstances, when the social pressures are pushing against you, even if they are not, no matter what, cleave to your King. Cleave to Jesus Christ.